EnterTalk Radio, your in to all things music.
Welcome to Sharpen the Axe. Explore the bleeding edge of guitar and bass gear. Discover a sound uniquely your own and cut through the noise. With your hosts, Eric Lucero and Paul Berezetsky.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sharpen the Axe here on EnterTalk Radio, powered by Pitbull Audio. I am Eric Lucero.
And I'm Paul Berezetsky.
And today, our show, we have plenty of goodness, but first, how was your week?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, it's been a good week for me as well, except for hearing today that Don Rickles died.
Oh,
that
man.
made me really, really freaking sad. One of my favorite comedians and roasters of all time. So,
Bummer.
Yeah, rest in peace, Don Rickles.
For sure.
But
I got all dressed up for
yeah.
these. I didn't want to, I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of these beautiful guitars.
Yeah, I mean,
jacket.
we really are dealing with some seriously classy and high-end, expensive instruments, so I feel dressed like a pauper here.
That's all right. And then, Don Rickles, this is pay homage.
I can only imagine what Don Rickles would have to say about your jacket. I wish I knew how to throw some barbs like him, but...
Yeah, damn kids. In my day, we had to make our own jackets.
There would be an off-color joke, and I'm not allowed to make those on this show, as I have learned. Same at work, as it turns out. But,
well, you can. There's an art to saying offensive things without any curse words.
Well, that's what they kept saying about him today, is that he knew how to insult someone, but they're laughing with him,
yeah.
which is that's a tough trick to pull off.
That's a high art.
I try all the time, and that's why I burnt a lot of bridges.
Nah.
But oh well. In any case, we got with us today for our instruments, we have Mayones. And Mayones is a company that is from Poland, from Gdansk. They started in 1982, so they are celebrating their 35th anniversary now, which is pretty neat. In Paul's hands there, he has the Duvell 6 Elite, the Master Builders Collection, which they do every year, in which the incredible luthiers over there just put stuff together that they want to do with exceptional grade woods and tops, as you can see on that Buckeye Burl top that's on front of that. Which is insanely beautiful. I love it. We have it hanging in our showroom over there at Pitbull Audio, where you can come in and try it out.
Do they source these woods in Eastern Europe, or do they...
I don't think just
somewhere?
there, because there are some woods from South America and Africa that they use pretty often, so not all of it is sourced in Poland or Eastern Europe. But, I mean, no matter where they source it from, I mean, I'll be damned if they know what to do with it. I mean, you can see it on this Regius I'm holding as well, with a spalted maple top. And, I mean, plenty of companies get really figured tops, be it spalted maple, poplar, Buckeye Burl, whatever it may be, Koa, Cacavolo. But somehow Mayones always seems to have the most jaw-dropping examples. Yeah. And both of ours here are natural, but they do amazing finish work. Like we'll see on the bass later, we have a slap machine with us.
Yours has a little bit more of a lacquer on it, it looks like.
Yeah, yours is in a matte finish. Mm-hmm. To go further on Paul's there, it's a matte finish. It's a Buckeye Burl top on a mahogany back. It's got Seymour Duncan, Nazgul, and Sentient pickups, a single volume, which is also a wood knob with a Buckeye Burl cap on it, which is a nice little appointment. And it's also a coil splitting, which is pretty neat. It's got the three-way switch, ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, another Buckeye Burl cap on the headstock, and that five-piece neck, if I can remember right, is... Wengi, I think it's pronounced, and Babinga. A 5-piece layered neck for stability, 6 bolts, as you can see. That's
not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. That neck is staying.
Try to smash this on stage.
Right. It's going to stay. Well, if you're willing to spend the, what I got in my notes in front of me, $3,925.
That's why I wore the jacket.
Yeah, exactly. See, that is it just brings it up to an even $4,000 pretty much, just about, right?
You got to show class when you show up here with this.
True, yeah, absolutely. It's I have yet to really learn that class thing, but I'm giving it a shot today. Also, these Mayones are very popular with the gent crowd, the modern players, and sad to say, I won't be genting today. I don't know if you will be. I don't know how to gent.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, good. So we're starting on a similar ground then. But there's plenty of awesome players that are picking up Mayones. I just mentioned gent, and Misha Mansour of Periphery does have his own signature model, the Gentleman. From Mayones, as does John Brown from Monuments, who has a signature model that just rolled out, which we have both finishes of those in 6 and 7 string at Pitbull Audio right now, which you should snatch up if you're looking for one. But yeah, why don't we quit talking and hear how these things sound? So.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Was the amp running hot?
Maybe.
Those are also pretty high output.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Well, here, keep on playing. I'm going to go see what's up.
Did you lose the mixer in there?
No. I think it looked like it was still going. Anyways.
I'm not hearing myself.
Nope, I'm hearing you.
Oh. Oops.
Sorry for the delay, folks. We should have had a technical difficulty screen come up of some sort, but we don't have that technology. It's been lost with time. So here at Sharpen the Axe, we fix stuff in real time and see what the problem is. There we go. It sounds a little bit cleaner to me.
Yeah. Let's see what the coil tap does for us.
Now, how do you feel playing on that? That's a really flattened neck. I think it's a 10-inch radius on there.
Yeah, very flat neck. I'm really not a shreddy kind of player. I have like terrible technique.
Yeah,
I just mostly self-taught. So, I see guys that, how to play these things for real. They do all these kind of like flat, wrist out, doing all these shapes, and I really can't play like that. So this feels a little bit, not so quite used to, but if I knew how to shred,
if you knew how to do speedy, mathy licks with the utmost precision,
and I just can't.
Yeah, but still, nonetheless, you can tell that it's a quality handmade instrument, which Mayones is. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, we never cease to be amazed at the quality of craftsmanship that they send out to us every single time we get some in. But,
huge cutaway going all the way up to the 24th.
Yeah, and it's meant to have that upper fret access, which is just amazing.
No trouble getting up there.
Yeah, none at all. And those pickups on there, the Nazgul and Sentient from Seymour Duncan, although being on that high output side, even coil split or in humbucker mode, you're still able to get some nice cleans out of them. Although, you know what? Let's hear what it sounds like. We'll jump to the pedal we have for gain today, which is the Dracarys Distortion from Wampler, which is their modern, contemporary style sort of gain distortion pedal. It has a 3-band EQ, just active EQ from Wampler that they become famous for, and then just volume and gain. And in the middle, we have an open or a tight clipping toggle. We have it in open right now, so let's turn it on and see what this sounds. The Master Builders Collection Duvell Elite 6 sounds like with some gain. Yeah, it'll cut. This guitar will cut through the mix very nicely, and if you're looking for something that doesn't have pickups that are so high output that you can't get gain, that you can't get cleans on it, excuse me, but still can get some nice bite out of it, this Master Builders Collection Duvell Elite 6 is a perfect solution for you if you're looking for a quality instrument. Plus, mahogany body, that nice Buckeye Burl top, and ebony fretboard. That is an awesome combination with that Wengi and not Paduk, Babinga neck. And that's one of the striking things if you can turn it around. A lot of people wonder why, a layered neck or sandwich wood neck instead of a one-piece maple like Fender does, or a rosewood like, say, Music Man does. And as from what I heard from luthiers is that sandwiching woods like that makes it much more stable than having one type of wood that's subject to warping. They kind of, I guess, resist each other. I could be wrong on that. Feel free to comment on our Facebook page if I'm completely incorrect as to why they sandwich woods like that, but also it makes for just an awesome look. And the satin finish on the neck is just awesome to grip. It just feels great playing on it. Any other thoughts on that Duvell 6 Elite for you? Aside from so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty. But do you feel that guys who are not metal guys, who are not hardcore thrash players could utilize these kinds of instruments?
For sure. With a coil split, you want to play some
There we go.
That feels good.
And because it's again that's such a flat radius neck on there, it is much easier to do leads on there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about comping when you're doing chords on that?
Pretty good. It's like you said, it's a really flat neck. So you can kind of feel like the edge here if you're kind of angle yourself too much, but for the most part, it feels really good and solid.
But with the fret dressing, when you do have to kind of lay a little bit flatter, you don't feel sharp edges, right? It's pretty well dressed.
Yeah. You actually have to have correct technique.
Yeah, exactly. That is one thing that was worrying the hell out of me when we talked about doing the Mayones on this show, is that I am not the most precise clean player alive. I don't know if you are, but it's one of those things like there is some truth to a really well-built instrument or high-fidelity device of some sort, be it an amp, a pedal, whatever, can show your mistakes. And these instruments definitely are meant for such proper technique players for the most part. I mean, of course, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who are not technically gifted or advanced players who are shredding on these things, but you pick one of these up and you do feel like, oh crap, I need to practice a lot more, a lot often. But you pay for quality, and hopefully if you're paying for quality, you are living up to the money you spend a little bit, I guess to say. But if not, and you just have thousands of dollars to throw around and get expensive instruments, awesome. I wish I had your money.
Yeah. Now, do they make any floating tremolo guitars?
They have done ones with locking tremolo systems. They don't do like a Wilkinson or Strat sort of style trem.
Like a Floyd Rose?
But yeah, they have had some with locking tremolos we've had come in here and there. And there's a fairly wide variety around. I'm holding a Regius in my hand, which is their neck-through model. That's one of their most popular. They have a Setius. They do have a V-shape. They have a pair of semi-hollows.
Oh, nice.
The Virtuoso, and I forgot what the other one is called. But they're gorgeous semi-hollow guitars for the John Scofield types, or
like a big kind of jazz body, like or a smaller
one. Honestly, we haven't had them in, and I haven't seen one in person to try. I really want to try both of them out, but one of them looks like an archtop semi-hollow SG, and I love it. Yeah, these Florentine cutaways on both sides, looks gorgeous, and the other one is sort of a little bit more of a double cutaway, sort of not offset, but dual horn semi-hollow. I wish I could remember what they're called. One's the Virtuoso, and I forgot the other. But please request them to buy at Pitbull Audio for the sole reason of me being able to try it before you get it, because I just can't afford one.
He'll make sure everything is legit. There's no mistakes.
Yeah, I won't leave any schmutz on it or nothing. I'll clean it up. I'll play it just a little. Yeah, totally, right? Yeah, there's a customer out there willing to do that for me. All right, and now on to more serious business. In my hands right here is the Regius 7. The Regius is their neck through, as you can tell. It's 11-ply, what is it? It's maple, mahogany, Wengi, and I'm not sure how to pronounce the last one, Amazoke or Amazokoe, something like that. But, of course, they're solid as hell neck, and ebony fretboard on this with binding on it. We also got a pair of bare knuckle juggernaut pickups on here with brushed nickel covers, volume with coil tap, tone, the three-way switch, and the Shaler Bridge hip shot tuners, which, by the way, this is some of our favorite we ever see at Pitbull Audio, is these hip shot open gear locking tuners are the bee's knees. They are just awesome. But yeah, this is a beast meant for just awesomeness. Yeah, these, you're playing in a heavy band of whatever type. These things are definitely gonna suit your needs. These are just built so awesome. They feel amazing. This one right here goes for $4,869. And, again, back to that nice tops they have. Look at this spalted maple top on it. Just gorgeous. A really cool example of just the high quality tops they get. And on this case, it is on Swamp Ash, I believe. Yeah, Swamp Ash, and just
the whole
beauty to look
styling
at.
of that just looks gorgeous. The pickups, the knobs.
I do gotta say, Daweed and all the crew over there at Mayones are just, they definitely got taste. And whoever's selecting their wood, just props to you, man.
Right on.
You are doing awesome. But this thing is fun to play. Anytime we get a Regius in, I'm always a little stoked to see which one we get. We do get a lot of one-offs and unique stuff, so always keep up. Go to pitbullaudio.com and check what we have, and if something suits your fancy, why not, right?
sounds perfectly civilized.
So I mean, we got high output pickups on here. Bare Knuckle is known for their high output pickups, and I mentioned Misha Mansour earlier, and these are actually his signature pickups. These juggernauts here, but as you can tell, I mean, I didn't even have the volume rolled back, so you can use this for cleaner applications and be just absolutely fine.
It sounds really good on clean.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It just sounds great no matter what. It's
very versatile guitar.
Right? Yeah, but I mean, shit, you want to get heavy. I mean, by all means.
Play 7 strings a lot?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was doing pinch harmonics. What was that?
Do you play 7 strings a lot?
Actually, I was not initially, but like 4 or 5 years into my guitar playing, I was big into 7 strings, and the first guitar I bought with my own money was an Ibanez 7-string, which I still have hanging around in the corner of my room. And that went on for like a couple of years, and then I just went back to 6s, but I've always been a fan of baritone, low-tuned stuff, so it suits me. I'm more used to a 6-string neck now than I was at that young age to a 7, but it's, a few minutes of playing and not much of an adjustment. Do you ever mess with 7s?
Not often at all.
No? Not at all? For those who dare to go lower, yeah, Mayones does do 8 strings as well. I haven't seen them jump to a 9, but if you want to contact their custom shop via us, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, it's a common thing now, by all means. I think we sell more Mayones 7 strings than we do 6s.
Yeah, I see a lot of 7 strings in general over at your store, Pitbull Audio.
Yes, yeah, we definitely have a slight skew at times towards the heavier player and more progressive metal guys who are utilizing that kind of stuff. But I mean, if that's your thing, that's awesome. Come in, we'll find something to suit you. I definitely have no problems with anyone playing a 7, and I mean, I'll pick one up and have fun with it for sure. It's just getting used to that neck. I mean, those guys who are playing on 8s and 9s, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
My hands are nowhere near Trump small, but yeah, I can't. Those guys that are going up the 9th string on a neck like that, that's, yeah. Props to you guys being able to shred on there. I just can't get over how great these pickups sound, too, just on cleans. I mean, of course, they sound amazing on gain. They're built to be driving a gain pedal or high-gain amp. I think Misha Mansour is now using Axe Effects. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's what I can enjoy about a bare-knuckle pickup. And luckily, a lot of Mayoneses do come with bare knuckles, and if you see one you like and you don't, like I said, you can always order one with them, or Seymour Duncans if that's your preference. They're definitely flexible, and
do those coils split or no?
Oh yeah, that's on the volume right there. And it's also, by the way, I just love that these are on really slick, speedy pots, because I abuse the hell out of them for volume swells. But again, that versatility without having, an extra coil tap switch or any of that, just a nice, well installed, well made push pull pot that gets the job done. And actually rather sweet tone control.
Nice smooth.
So again, these things just made to be played, just so cool. Now, shall we show them the bass? Shall we show them the slap machine? Or do we not have
We got
left?
just about a minute left. Maybe we'll do that in the next segment.
For sure, yeah. And we also got us a couple more fun pedals to show you. But by all means, come in sometime, check out any of the Regius, the Duvells, the Setius, and if we don't have something you want, we can always get something made by Mayones for you guys. They are always stunning. You want to invest in a well-made, handmade instrument, by all means. This is a great company to go with. That's what we're talking about. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
This is Sharpen the Axe on EnterTalk Radio, brought to you by Pitbull Audio. Hang on for just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Show off some more cool pedals and really pretty Mayones bass.
A slap machine bass.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
This is Jackie Bertoni from Jackie's Groove. Come join me weekly on my journey through the music business as I take you behind the velvet rope, interviewing industry notables such as Al Di Meola, Michael McDonald, and Al Jarreau, to name but a few. Listen to their stories on being in the studios recording #1 hits and onto the stages throughout the globe. Allow me to be your music historian. You can hear me live every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time or 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com. Ready to get your groove on?
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on EnterTalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Make this your vinyl night. I'm John J.R. Robinson, and every week, music creation comes alive through stories, experiences, and sounds when vinyl records filled our hearts and minds. My friends and I share our tips and techniques used in creation of iconic tracks for recording artists such as Michael Jackson, Eric Clapton, Quincy Jones, and Steve Winwood, to name a few. Vinyl has emerged hot, and the soul of vinyl defines art and passion which burns deepest at night. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Welcome to Sharpen the Axe. Explore the bleeding edge of guitar and bass gear. Discover a sound uniquely your own and cut through the noise. With your hosts, Eric Lucero and Paul Berezetsky.
Hey guys, welcome back. And now we have the bass that we brought with us. This right here is a slap machine, a custom Pi slap machine. Wow, I keep getting this name wrong. There's so many elements to this Mayones bass's name. It is a Mayones Custom Pi 3 slap machine. There we go. It is a signature model for Wojtek Pilichowski, who just look him up on YouTube. It is jaw-dropping how amazing this guy is. He's a Polish slap bass player, been on a ton of recordings, I think something like 7 solo albums. And this is not the first, but one of the coolest of the signature basses they ever put out for
This is the most fantastical combination of colors I think I've ever seen.
Right? It is absolutely stunning. And that is, crap, back to my notes.
Amazing.
That is, that's Buckeye Burl sandwiched around swamp ash. And it, with an ebony fretboard, let's see, it might be tough to put on the cameras here, but the inlays for this thing are watch pieces floating in epoxy and inlaid onto the ebony fretboard. It's just awesome. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Actual like little gears from a watch in there. Huh?
Yeah, little metal gears and pieces from a watch, and they made the entire Pi symbol on the 12th, 13th frets there out of it. It's got Aguilar humbuckers on it that are passive, and the Aguilar OBP3 system. You can run this in active or passive, and it's also got a kill switch. And this is one of the coolest freaking basses ever.
Is this their own bridge design here?
Yeah, that is the Mayones bridge.
One of these.
Right? Pretty neat. That thing is just an insane machine. It is meant to rock. Again, we mentioned in the first half of the show that, there are certain instruments that bring out your flaws in playing, and this is definitely one of them.
Get ready to hear some flaws. Because I haven't touched a bass in many...
In quite a while.
Yes.
Moons. We've had... This is maybe the third, fourth one we've had come through.
Yeah.
And it never ceases to amaze me. And this is for the slap machine bass. We have had other... Wojtek Pilichowski custom Pi signature basses that have come through, but this particular one just, crap, look at it. Look at it.
There's those flaws.
Yeah. Hey, again, that's an instrument where any bad technique comes through, because it's such a powerful pair of humbuckers that even though they're passive, but it goes into that active preamp, which you can tune, of course, bright, darker, whatever.
It looks like it's got two batteries.
Yes, it does. It is active as all hell. But
it's hyperactive.
Right, and also check out this, the neck through on the body here. Again, beautifully done by Mayones. It is just gorgeous.
Orange and blue combo.
Right, yeah. and it is 5-ply Wengi and Paduk on that guy.
And then the edge over here.
Yes, and that is the sandwich. It's that Buckeye Burl on Swamp Ash, which, again, just creates for such a cool look on it.
So what are all these knobs do?
Let's see. It is volume. I believe that is pickup balance. This is mids on the on the E active EQ. This is I'm setting it all back to new. This is bass and treble and on the active EQ, and this is the passive tone control. Oh, that's the kill switch. So you can get low and thumpy with it as well. That is, I mean, as the name implies, it is a machine. It is meant to be played. It is meant to be just shredded on, absolutely. Sorry, I had to try playing with that. There we are, there's active. Yeah, I mean it is a beast. It's just it's incredibly built, wonderful bass. And for those of you guys who are into the slap and pop thing and are just absolute monsters of lead players,
tell me about this right here. It looks like a drop.
A detuner. Yeah.
Detuner.
Yep. A hip shot. Which actually I had forgotten that detail was on there, but yeah,
I just noticed that.
Whoop. Drop.
Ooh,
right?
Like
pretty neat. And yeah, that.
And it looks like it's adjustable. You can kind of adjust what it drops to, or is it just kind of like
I think it is set to just go down a step.
Just a step, and this is like a fine tuner.
Yeah. It's again, I think that's a hip shot. These are Shaler's. Wow. I'm so used to seeing a hip shot with their detuner, but yeah, that's a Shaler piece right there. And again, Shaler, there's Shalers on the. Oh no, those are hip shots as well. But yeah, Shaler tuners are always great as well.
Great tone, great feel.
Let's hear it in passive for a second.
I'm a guitar player. If any bass player is watching, don't send me hate mail. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't gent. We don't slap. I don't shred. He shreds though. Yeah, we are of. I'm not a virtuoso. I don't know.
I used to play bass for a little while, where I was kind of it was almost my main thing, more so than guitar in a band for a couple of years.
Oh, really?
But not lately. I'm a bit rusty. I play much better with a beat when there's a rhythm to play to that I can lock into. Like just kind of pulling riffs out of the air. I'm not necessarily the go-to person for that.
Yeah, I've played bass in several bands before, and I give me a high output pickup and I'm good to go, or I'm a humbucker. Something that's this versatile just amazes me every single time. And it's just well built, well chosen appointments. The Wojtek Pilichowski Custom Pi 3 slap machine is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Almost got a little bit of like a Rickenbacker body style.
Yeah, it's the shape of the horns definitely does it.
Yeah.
And yeah, does anyone ever slap? That brings to mind. Does anyone ever slap on a Rickenbacker aside from Rick James?
You'll probably get hurt doing it.
Cut your hand on the bridge. But yeah, I mean, geez,
this thing is gorgeous.
If you're a funk guy, just buy it. Just buy it already.
I think if you're an anything guy, I can't imagine anything this bass can't do.
Pretty much. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, with that preamp system, you want to drive something hard. Make your tube SVT overdrive. Yeah, that preamp will do it for you.
Really well balanced. I'm kind of keeping it on my palm right here. It's kind of
it's well designed. And that is another hallmark of Mayones. Well designed instruments that balance on a strap or in Paul's hand in this case.
What do these run?
Let's see. That custom Pi there is $5,594.
Good thing I wore a jacket again.
Yeah, right. And just to make sure I read that right, yeah, I had to double check myself on the price, and I was $4 off, $5,598.
But if
that can be yours,
I don't deserve a bass like this. But if you're a legit player and your playing deserves a bass like this, I would say that's probably not an investment you're going to regret anytime.
Exactly. Yeah, you're shredding and
this is like I would pass this down to my grandchildren.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a bass; it's an investment. It's an heirloom.
An heirloom for sure.
On the other hand, I would be passing down to my children that I'll probably never have the gift of noisy ass pedals. Shall we dive into those?
Dad, again with the noisy pedals.
Dad, I don't want to listen to Terramellos and Melvins anymore. Why is everything so noisy? So we're gonna dive into what we have on the table in front of us. We have we introduced our listeners and watchers to the Dracarys. But we have in front of it the Electro-Harmonix Synth 9. They've had this Blank 9 series going, the B9, Key 9, C9, Mel 9, and now they've got their synthesizer emulator. It's all emulating classic synths, including on setting 5, the EHX, their Electro-Harmonix Mini Synth, with these controls that do various things depending where it's at. And on the end, we have another Electro-Harmonix deal that people were eagerly awaiting. The Canyon Delay and Looper. This has, 8 delays, a reverb, and the sample hold, and a 62-second looper. And the sample hold for me is just amazing enough on its own. But let's start off with the Synth 9. Why not?
Taking away some of your dry signal, just giving it more of the synth.
All right, cool, no worries.
How does it feel
Yep.
to treat me like you do? Nice. And it looks like
Synth 9 did not save me from a bad note there. Damn it.
it looks like you got a double output here, so you could run the synth and your dry signal to a couple of different amps.
Yep. Yeah. So you want a dry signal going at the same time and just want to hit this for certain areas. It is available out there with the synth output. Dry volume as well as synth volume to get your perfect blend. Mm-hmm. And like I mentioned earlier, these two last controls depend on where it's going. So we've been playing on the Oberheim OBX setting.
And with the double output, then these just independently control the two outs, correct?
I believe yes. Yeah, I think that is right. I could be wrong, and they could just be a solid dry signal that's normal through. But I think it is, dry. Actually, no, that makes more sense. Yeah, dry and synth output. Why'd I even question you? I don't know anymore.
Hey, I was just shooting in the dark here.
Right.
I get even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Twice a day. Yes, that's true.
And then it ends up as the inlay.
And then then we break the clock, rip out all the parts, set them in epoxy on an ebony fretboard, and sell it in a $5,600 bass.
And then it's right all day.
It's right every time, no matter what. So this is the Prophet 5 setting. it's going to be Depeche Mode for the rest of the segment with me. I don't know where you're going. Let's jump up one while you play. This is the vibe synth setting. Whoa.
Ooh, take it to church.
Yeah, right? I got him off there. So you can get that organy sound in certain settings, but I mean, you can do so much random cool stuff with this. Whoa!
Hello. Alright, note this setting. This is the bomb right here. Alright, I'm gonna throw in the canyon here. Oh, this is getting crazy.
With some quick delay.
Now,
maybe a different setting would work a little bit better.
Now, is this functional with a distortion overdrive, or is it going to get too crazy?
Let's try it. I mean, why not? Oof, bad note at the end there again.
You swore, never again.
The time before, right?
Before. Ooh.
Whoa. Oh, go ahead, yeah. See what you can do with it. It's kind of a cool effect there when I combine it with the shimmer setting on the canyon.
The shimmer is from there?
Yeah. Hey, what's that Paul McCartney Christmas song? That sounds like the synth on there.
Wonderful
Simply yeah. That's the one. Yeah. Damn near hit the nail on the head on this.
That was just luck.
It's. I mean, just with we've only gone up to setting number 5 on there, at where you can already tell just how much weird coolness you can find within this thing. It's been one of our favorites.
Guys,
sorry, that's funny.
Fire your keyboard player right now. You don't need him. You don't need to give him a cut.
He's
taking up enough stage space.
Yeah.
Already.
Just get rid of him. You're good to go. You have your dry signal. You'll have your wet signal going to another amp. It'll be just perfectly fine. There we go. So this is definitely meant to be combined with other effects. Well, I mean, of course you can use it alone. You can get plenty of craziness out of this thing just by itself, but so much more fun comes when you stack these kinds of things.
Yeah.
So this is the... Ooh, try dry. There's one thing I was reading on this is that there is a compressor that's built into this.
Oh, really?
So they were advising to not use this with another compressor, which could potentially be a problem for some people. But I mean, you just of course switch your compressor off that you do have.
I guess the idea being on a keyboard, if it's supposed to emulate more of a keyboard instrument, you want everything kind of the same volume level.
I think it just helps with making this function as it is, because some of these synths rely on a certain input strength, so the built-in compressor just helps it out. So you don't want, unless you're really going for that slide sustain thing, if it's set that way, I don't know. I doubt it. So, of course, I mean, we can just tell. We've been just flipping through a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Pretty damn fun, isn't it?
Yeah, we got just a few minutes left. Why don't we take a look at what the Canyon can do?
So we got there's so many different kinds of delays that are on this. There's a deluxe memory man, a multi-head, reverse, or what does that say? Damn, a verb. That's the verb on there. But and a 62-second looper, which we won't show. But let me just show off my favorite while I can. Again, being the big glitch head that I am. Oh, whoop. What's kind of cool about this one, though, is that you can just keep playing through it.
Retains it. Yeah, it comes back to where you...
Whatever you were doing, yeah. So it's just whatever the last note, so... But there's a whole bunch of cool functions on this. You have a external tap-in jack, so you have... there's a whole bunch of makers making them out there, but the little remote tap tempo switches, plug it right into there so you can have it elsewhere on your board for convenience's sake. There's a tap divide button on there that you can use as well. But what's kind of cool is that if you hold down this tap divide button, there are other functions, other secondary controls that are accessed that way through, I think, either knob. I could open the rather thick manual here that if you get this, you should probably go through and read this thing. But there are all kinds of secondary controls. Let's see. Screw it. Why read? Let's just play with this thing. We only got so much time, but yeah, that...
Life's too short for manuals.
I love this thing.
We're just about out of time here. This could go on all night.
Oh, yeah, let's just try. Go ahead and try just another delay setting. We'll do the Deluxe Memory Man.
Ooh. If I could turn back time.
Or let's go.
We're out of time, sorry guys.
So, again, for the hype that all these, and they both live up to the hype, the Synth 9 and Canyon, we didn't make enough time to check them out, but go ahead, pitbullaudio.com, check them out. Both are awesome. You'll be very happy.
And please, guys, go to EnterTalkRadio.com, sign up for our mailing list. We're going to have a ton of cool contests and giveaways coming up here in the next couple of months. You don't want to miss out.
Not at all. We got plenty of cool stuff coming up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again on another episode of Sharpen the Axe. I'm Eric Lucero.
I'm Paul Berezetsky.
We'll see you guys next time.
Take care.
You know what's all around you every waking moment of your life? Marketing. You're choking on it. I'm Scott Robertson, and when it comes to strategic PR, branding, and marketing, I've seen it all. And actually, I'm still seeing it because bad marketing never sleeps. Join me each week on May the Best Brand Win, right here on EnterTalk Radio, and learn how to make the marketing for your brand unforgettable.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear from Eclectica Studios. I'm a full-time mixing and recording engineer. I work with Grammy winners, labels, and indie artists, using state-of-the-art digital mixing and restoration tools and the very best in analog gear. Really, though, it's my ability to bring tracks to life and fulfill your vision for your music. This has made me sought after by producers and artists worldwide. So spend your time working on music and not chasing a mix down a rabbit hole. Go to timdolbear.com and check out our free one-song mix offer.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
This is Jackie Bertoni from Jackie's Groove. Come join me weekly on my journey through the music business as I take you behind the velvet rope, interviewing industry notables such as Al Di Meola, Michael McDonald, and Al Jarreau, to name but a few. Listen to their stories on being in the studios recording #1 hits and onto the stages throughout the globe. Allow me to be your music historian. You can hear me live every Monday at 2 p.m. and every Wednesday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time or 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com. Ready to get your groove on?